Hi, boys and girls. Bonjour à tous. My name is Commander Vincent Beswick-Escanlar, and I am a doctor with the Canadian Armed Forces. I work here at our headquarters in Ottawa. Thank you for inviting me to Remembrance Day ceremony today at Our Lady of Victory. I'm sorry I couldn't be there in person again this time, but I wanted to send you this video to tell you a little bit about what I do in the military and why it is so important that we talk about Remembrance Day today. Sometimes people ask me, what is it like to be in the military? I'll be honest with you, sometimes it is scary. When I was in Afghanistan and trying to stop terrorists from hurting people, it was very scary because we knew that we might have to fight to protect ourselves and others if we got attacked. But when I get scared, I remember that other people who love Canada, like you and me, have been doing this for a very long time. More than 100 years ago, during the First World War, Canadians bravely sailed across the ocean to fight in Europe against those who wanted to destroy freedom and peace. Because they were so brave and worked so hard, they won the war, and nations around the world respected them. Sadly, there are no more soldiers alive who fought in that war, but remembering them means that they will live on in our hearts forever. And when we think of them and what they did for Canada, even when they were scared and hurt, it helps us today when we are also out there and also scared and hurt, doing the same things they did and doing our best for Canada. Our military also fought in the Second World War. Maybe you had a great grandfather or grandmother who was there. My grandfather was also a doctor in that war and helped a lot of people too. My friends and I often think of them too when we are called to help people today, no matter where they are in the world or how dangerous or scary it might be. The Canadian Armed Forces have always served all around the world, and this is a very special Remembrance Day for us because it is also the 75th anniversary of United Nations peacekeeping. UN peacekeeping forces are made up of military and police members from many different countries around the world. Together, they work to maintain peace in countries around the world where wars and conflicts take place and where there's a risk for fighting to break out again. Canada has played a key role in these peacekeeping forces since they were formed after the Korean War. In fact, it was a Canadian, Lester B. Pearson, who won a Nobel Peace Prize for helping establish the UN's first modern peace and police force in 1956. More than 125,000 Canadian peacekeepers have served around the world in places like Cyprus, Haiti, and Rwanda. Sometimes their missions did not lead to fighting, and they were able to help people who were fighting learn to live and work together and find peace. But there are many more dangerous missions where peacekeepers have had to fight, and they were attacked because they were trying to protect people who didn't want to be part of a war, or because one group wanted to kill another group that had a different language, religion, or culture. About 130 Canadians and over 4,000 other peacekeepers have lost their lives in United Nations missions, while many more have been injured while doing this important work. This week, it is important to remember the sacrifices that peacekeepers make to help countries around the world put their weapons down and live peacefully. But we know that peace isn't just when there isn't a war. It takes more than just not fighting to have a peaceful society we want to live in. Across Canada, children like you at Our Lady of Victory play and go to school, pray, and live with their families in peace and safety. Not everyone in the world gets to do that. Many have come from other countries to join us today to find peace. And it takes a lot of different people to make our country a peaceful and good place to live. Your parents do their best to love you and take care of you. Your teachers do their best to make you as smart and as creative as you can be. Everyone at your school learns and has fun together, but more importantly, you work to respect and accept each other and build each other up. And people like me in the military do our best to make sure Canada and the world will be a peaceful and safe place for all of us. That includes helping out here at home when natural disasters strike. These days, as a result of climate change, we're seeing the military called out to help more and more in situations like these, like in British Columbia, where severe flooding trapped so many people just like you in their homes and schools who needed to be rescued. And when the COVID-19 pandemic was really bad, my friends helped take care of people who were really sick, like people in long-term care homes, who are living in places far away from hospitals and places where they could get help on their own. A life in uniform is different for every person in the military. We do so many different jobs, from helping disarm explosives to maintaining all of our aircraft and conducting search and rescue missions to taking care of the sick and wounded. And we do this work at sea, on land, or in the air as members of the Navy, Army, or Air Force. But we're all united by one common purpose, the desire to help others and to make sure that everyone can live in a world where they are safe and free. It really makes me proud to know I'm making a difference. And I'm so grateful every time someone says how much they appreciate the work that military members do, or when they share their profound respect for our veterans and those who sacrifice so much to make our country what it is today. So I hope if you know a sailor, soldier, aircraft person, or a veteran, you take the time to thank them for everything they do. Listen to their stories, learn from their experiences, and honor the memories of those who gave their lives to make the world a better place. We will remember them. Nous nous souviendrons. Thank you. Merci.